guys, welcome back to another video in the series. Today is episode 2. What we will be doing in this episode is we will be doing Hello World, our first Hello World statement, and I will introduce you to variables. So what you're going to need to do first is open your text editor of choice. So hit the start button and find your text editor. Mine is Ideal. This is the one that I installed last episode. If you want to check that out, that'll be in the playlist. So you want to open that, and then what you want to do is create our first file. I didn't create a file yet. If you already have a file, you can skip this step. So file, new file, and then I'm gonna save it as, and then I'm going to save it as first file. You guys can't see it, but I did it. You see, name first file. We can full screen this. So, what we're going to need to write is Hello World. We need to print out Hello World inside of the shell right here. So to do this, we'll be using print. Basically, what print does is it shows something inside of your shell. When you run it, it will show whatever you put inside of it. So that's print. So it's print, and then two parentheses, opening, closing. And then what you want to put inside of it is quotations. What quotations basically means that it is a string. So what a string is a string is basically like text. It will print it out in the text format. So let's write Hello World inside of the quotations. So now if we do Control S to save, or go to File, Save, and then do Run Module, go to Run Module, or you can click F5, the shell will open, if it does. You see, it just said Hello World. So now we can go back to our code, and we can do variables now. So what a variable does is it stores information inside your code. So you want to click enter and make a new line on top of it. So you want to do, let's name the variable, let's just say a letter S. And then you make it equal. So let's put those quotations. So this will be equal to a string. And whatever we put inside of this string will be what will be printed out over here. So next what we need to do is, let's just put something inside of our variable. So let's write Hello World again. And then what we can do to this print is we can get rid of everything besides the print and the parentheses, and we can put the letter S, our variable name, inside of this print. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just using S. So basically what this will do is it will make the variable S equal Hello World, and then it'll print out S, which is Hello World. So now, as you can see, if we can do Control S, run the module, it will also print out Hello World. And so we can just put whatever we want inside of here, and it will print it out. Make sure not to put your variable under where you print it. If you do that, it will print it before it knows that the variable exists. And then it'll give you with an error, S is not defined. So you would not want to do that. Just Control Z. So let's also go over integers. So integers is basically numbers for Python. So let's go back to the original print over here, and then let's put the S variable back. Okay, so for this S variable, we can put a number like 1 or 2, and I'll print that out. If we click F5 and save, it will print out 2. But if you do this with this, you can do math equations with this, which you cannot do with a string. So we can do 1 plus 1 over here using the addition sign, and then save it, run, and it'll print out the answer. So that's how you can do math equations. So yeah, and just an example of what you can't do, if you do 1 in quotes plus 1 and then that also in quotes, this will not work because these are string and it cannot add 2 text lines together. So if I do that, it will add the strings together instead of actually doing a math problem. So yeah, so we can like put spacing. So it's gonna print out right here 1, 2, 3, 1, but it'll all be spaced out besides the 2 and the 3, I think. Yes. So it just adds together strings instead of numbers, and you probably won't want to do it that way. So that is basically going to wrap up this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys learned something new today. And yeah, see you in the next episode. Bye.